All right, here's what we have right now. The expenses screen is empty and we need to fill it up with some goodies. So I decided to spend some time crafting this screen up. Let me actually open my Figma design so we can refresh our memory as to what we need to implement. We go. Yeah, for the links, if you want to check them out, exclamation point repo. There we go. We'll point you to the GitHub repo, and exclamation point design. I think it was design. Should paste the link of the Figma file. There we go. Awesome. Yes, sir. I've been following your React Native series, and I'm learning quite a lot. That's awesome. That's actually pretty awesome. You know, that's the point. That's why I'm doing these live streams. So, of course, I can learn more, but then also other, you guys can also learn alongside me. That's like the whole point. Hold on, I think I got some audio issues. Okay, we're good. All right, so here is the expenses screen. Okay, never mind about the the style of the title. It's a minor detail. We're not gonna get we're not gonna obsess about this, but we should have the selector right here for the range of data that we want to display. Then we have the sum total of the expenses based in that is within this range. For example, this is for this week, so we'll only show the expenses that happened this week, right? We can say this day or today, we can say this month, this week, etc. So yeah, that is the range of the expenses. This is the sum total of the expenses, and then we have the expenses lists, and we're gonna be doing this today. We're gonna be working on this screen. Okay, let's dive in. First, I think we don't have an expenses screen, so I'm going to open the main component, main activity, and there we go. Is it this? No, it's not. It's not this. Composable expenses there. Okay, we do have the expenses screen, which is good. So let's just open the expenses composable and work our way into it. I'm going to create a preview straight out of the, just like immediately. So I'm gonna do a preview. We should add the UI mode. It was like night, yes. There we go, and then we get a composable expenses preview. Okay, and I'm going to render the expenses screen, and for the nav controller, let's just use the remember nav controller function, and then we have a name. Why do we use this name? I don't think we should be using. Let's see. Main activity. The name is of expenses. Yeah. I don't think we actually need that. Right? We already know that we are inside of the expenses screen, so we don't need that. So I'm just going to remove it. Okay, all good. So we got the preview now. Good. All right, yeah. And except for the preview, like except for the expenses, because as you can see, it's like light mode inside. Even though we added the UI mode night, we should also add our goodbye money theme and basically wrap our expenses composable inside. So that's when we are going to see some colors. There we go. All right, so let's work. we got the scaffold. There's our content. The content is divided. It's rendered within a column. So if we can see how our content looks like, we got 16 pixels above. We also got 16 pixels to the sides of the. Let me zoom in. 16 pixels to the sides of the lists. So we got the inner padding here, but I'm also gonna do like a padding of all. Just like 16 density pixels. Is Jetpack cross-platform? No, it's only for Android right now. There's the padding, as you can see, so we don't really need to worry about this thing. We got 32 between these two, and we got 32 between these two. Okay, so we'll take care of that. First, let's create a row for this component, right? So a row with two children. The first one is going to be the label, and the second one is going to be the actual picker. I'm going to create a row, text, total 4. Let's import the row components. There's the total 4, but we need it in the center. We need this in the center. So let me see. I think we can use the column for that. So I'm going to do horizontal alignment. There we go. We want to do center horizontally. And now total 4 should appear here. John, is there a way to plug this preview thing right out of the main activity code so the whole application is previewed? Maybe. But I think this preview only looks for preview composables that are currently within the selected file, right? So we got the expenses, but if I go back here, as you can see, I do have a preview which I need to delete because it basically makes no sense, and also this. So yeah, the preview only cares about, okay, that's why we had that. The preview only cares about the preview composables that are within that file, right? As you can see, the code split right here basically corresponds to the selected file. I'm not sure you can lock it. I think you could lock it in SwiftUI, if I remember correctly. Like when I was making this same app in SwiftUI in September, there was a way to do that in Xcode. Yeah, there was a way to select a starting point of the preview and like lock it so it doesn't change. And even though you're editing other files, you could do that in Xcode in SwiftUI. I'm not sure about Android here. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's a good implementation. It's a good feature to have. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Google folks are having that in mind though. All right, so it doesn't want to align our content horizontally. I don't think I know why, but let's do fill max width. So maybe the width is the problem. The width of the column. The width was the problem. There we go. So this is our column. Inside we have our row, and then we have another square, another rectangle that we can't see because it's like one on top of the other for our text. Because if I add another one, you should be able to see it. And I also need to add some spacing. But yeah, let's actually fix the text for the total 4. We are talking about the body font size. So text style, or just style, I guess. Yeah, style. Let's create a new text style. I want to clean this up. So get these into their own lines. And inside we'll say font size. This is going to be typography. No? Font size, okay. All right, yeah. Equals typography. dot, no, wait, typography, but from my typography package. This one, dot, body, medium, large, or small. Let's go with medium and actually check. It is a text style. Okay. So I don't have to do this. But let's open the typography. Type, okay. Body medium. It is 17 pixels. Yep, that is exactly what we need. So this is good. And now we need to add a picker. How did we add pickers? I actually forgot. Did we have some pickers here? I think we did. Yeah, this basically. All right. Let's remind ourselves. So I'm going to open the add.kotlin file. And let's see, this is the amount, the recurrence, and then we have a drop-down menu. Cool. So I'm just gonna have that text and a drop-down menu. Okay, let's get this, and I'm just gonna drop it here. The text is going to be, of course, the selected recurrence. We are going to have a state because we're going to create a view model. But this has a name. Yeah, I'm going to use a target instead of name. And I want to wrap this whole thing in a string. There we go. So it's going to be this day. Yeah, this day or this week or this month or this year. And this should be like, honestly, it should be today, not this day. Nice. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Today, and I'm gonna add this to all of the targets here. This month and this year. And in this case, I'm not gonna worry about adding this as a string, so I'll just do this. This and that. Okay, so values, recurrences. Okay, that makes sense. We got the recurrences here, probably. Yeah, so I want to reuse this. I'm just gonna add them probably here. Okay, looking good. Recurrence name, no, recurrence target. I'm gonna use the target value, not the name value. And let's set up the view model as well. So view models, I'm gonna create a new Kotlin file. It's gonna be called the expenses view model. Let's create a view model here. We have our inits, and we also need our data class expenses states. Let's see what we need. We need the recurrence menu opened. Oh, hold on. That's not actually part of the, that's not actually part of the view model. It's a local state variable. But we have the selected recurrence, which is going to be by default daily, like today. What else do we need? I think that's it, at least for the time being, right? Of course, yeah, we are going to have the list of expenses below, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so we need the state, and I always forget this. Basically, I think I need like a little snippet, but yeah, instead of add screen state, expenses states, we'll use our newly created one. So we can remove the, where is it? view model. All right. There's UI state. On init, do we want to add anything? I don't think so. Not at this time. We are going to load up all of the expenses in the init, but not now. What we want to do now is expose like a set recurrence method. It's going to take a recurrence. And what we need to do is call the UI state updates, get the previous. Let me just check the naming. Current, not previous. So current state. And we want to do UI state dot copy. Current state dot copy, and inside we'll set the recurrence. There we go. Equals recurrence. Okay. So let's go back here in the expenses screen and also add the view model. It's going to be a view model of type expenses view model. Was it like this? How did we get... Okay, yeah, it's the other way. So I'll just need to add the type and just call the view model. Cool. So I'm going to remove this equals view model, and that's it. We are calling it a day. No, we're not. Let's go back to the ad screen. Where is this coming from? This imports. I believe we don't have that. There we go. So we have our VM. I'm going to call it VM. Manuel, hello from Woodstock, Georgia. It's Georgia, right? GA, yeah. Hello, hello. As you can see, the VM.recurrence and oh, okay, we also need the states. Yeah, Georgia, nice. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we need the states. And the state we should be doing, what was the view model state? No, collect view model VM.UI state collect as state. Beautiful. Let's also do the boolean. So we're gonna do recurrence menu opened by remember. Damn it, I also forgot this one. Okay, let's see. Where's that value? Mutable state of false. Yes, mutable state of false. There we go. I guess I need to import a bunch of stuff now. Cool. And we have two more issues. State.recurrence. Oh no. What's up with this? Okay, by. Yes, I need to remember to use by. And now we have val cannot be reassigned. There we go. Okay, now we're in the clear. Recurrence is always gonna be present, so we don't need the question mark there. It's not optional. By default is daily. It claims that it has rendering issues, but we'll see. Yeah. But this is a text, and yeah, I don't like the way that it looks like. We have the freedom to actually build this. So let's actually build this, okay? Components. I'm going to create a new component, and we'll just call this a picker trigger, okay? Picker trigger, yeah. It's a composable. It's a picker trigger. And we are going to define some stuff. For example, the label, which is going to be a string. What else we need? We need the event when the click event when the picker gets clicked. Okay, so on click, just on click, I guess. It's just going to be an empty array, an empty arrow function without any arguments. It's going to return a unit, an absolute unit. Okay, so we have a label inside. It's like a title2 style, and we have these two icons. They have like 10 pixels between them, and this whole box right here has 20 horizontal padding and 3 vertical padding, and then it has like 6 corner radius or border radius, 10 pixels of gap, and that's it. And the background is like a dark fill tertiary. Okay, so we are gonna use a row in that case. Let's get some modifiers going. So padding horizontal, we said that it's gonna be like 20 density pixels, and the vertical is going to be 3 density pixels. We got the we got the padding going. Now let's add the border radius. That was like a shape, I believe, or was it a shape? No. Was it here in the modifier? Shape, corner, radius. Not really. Okay, you know what we are going to do? I think we can't really use a row in this case. So we do need to use a row, but we need to wrap everything with a surface. I'm gonna wrap the row with a surface. Let's import that surface. Not that one, but an Android view probably, yeah. Let's get rid of that. Why am I... This one, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna use the surface. The surface is going to have a shape, probably. Yeah, there we go. A shape, and I already have a shape defined. Let's check the theme. 6 pixels of border radius, so we'll just use shapes.medium. Shapes.medium. So we got the padding, we got the radius. Let's check on the color. So this is the tertiary fill color. It is this hex with like 24% of opacity. Let's see if we already have that. Color. This was what, like 76, 76, 80. Yo, Air, how's it going? You forgot to turn the notification. That's all right. Welcome, welcome. Oh, let's see. 76, 76. We don't have that color, see? So let's just define it. Tertiary fill. Or just like fill tertiary. Okay, it's gonna be a color. 0x FF for 100%, but I'm gonna calculate the 24 just now. Okay, so I'm gonna do 24 in hex 18. So instead of FF, we're gonna put 18 here, and this is our background. Okay, color equals fill tertiary. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Oh yeah, by the way, if you like it, share it. Please do, because a lot of people can find this useful. We got the surface. The padding is done. We got the shape. We got the color. And I believe that's it. The only thing that we need to do is add these two elements, center them vertically, and ensure the spacing between them. Okay. So we're going to, I'll add the vertical alignment here. So these two are like centered vertically. Let's add the text. We'll use the label from the arguments. Let's import the text, and also the style should be title 2. I'm not sure I have that. Or do I? Yeah, I have the small, medium, large naming, but this is the 22 title, which is the medium. So we'll just use typography, title, medium. That's all there is to it. And then we have this icon. So what I want to do is just copy the SVG and go into our resources here. As you can see, we have the rest of the icons here. Let's create a new one. So I'm going to create a new XML, probably. Layout shortcut, not really. Image asset. No, just a drawable. And this is going to be, what should we call this? What is the name of this icon? It's like two carrots, or carrots, two carrots, one on top of the other. Let's actually open the icons dot chevron. Yeah, chevron, but like two chevrons, one on top of the other. Material icons. Chevron. Unfold less, unfold more. Should we use the unfold more? Okay, let's use the unfold more. Unfold more .xml. Or actually, I don't need to add the XML. Okay. So there's like a selector thingy. We don't actually need this. I'm just gonna paste the SVG here. And let's just use it. One problem. What is the problem? There's no problem. Yeah, unfold more. All right, so now let's actually use this. So I'm gonna use an icon here. Unfold, or just like open bigger. The painter. This was like what was the painter? Painter resource r.drawable.unfold. Let's actually import r unfold more. Cool. Okay, we got the icon here. We don't need to care about the color and sizing because it already, the SVG already includes those things. What we need to do now is actually add a modifier. And to modifier.padding, start and set that to 10 density pixels because the spacing between them is 10 pixels. So we need that here. Okay, let me create a preview when we should have done this. Should have done this actually before we actually dive in, but yeah, it's never too late. Night. Yes. Okay. Composable. Just pref. Nice. Let's see. I need to learn these snippets. Bam. Nice. There we go. UI mode equals night. Yes. I'm just gonna call this preview. And that's it. We need our goodbye money theme. And we also need our picker trigger. I'm gonna pass the label as, I don't know, this week. And the on click is gonna be like an empty. There's no children, so let's check it out. Let's see if we got it right. I don't think we did. I mean, at least the coloring, but check this out. See that? The padding is all wrong. Show background equals true. Okay. Okay. Show background equals true. What is that? Is that like the background of the surface probably? Okay. But it's not getting the UI mode for some reason. So yeah, the show background with the combination with the surface will make it more accurate to what it actually looks like in the app. Oh, cool. Yeah, I figured the surface might have its opinions in terms of what the background should be, because it has like a default background. It's not actually transparent, like the layout components, for example. So this makes sense. Yeah. Alright, but we still have an issue with this thing right here. So you know what? I'm gonna move the modifier to the row. And it's gonna fix that, because padding means margin in in web dev. In CSS lingo, padding means margin. There we go. Yeah, we can see that the background is here. It's correct. It's light mode. There might be like an issue with this, but I don't think it's going to look wrong if we just put the picker trigger there into our app. Nope. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go back to the expenses and actually replace this text with a picker trigger one. So on click is gonna be empty for now. Actually, no. You know what? We are just gonna do recurrence menu opens equals to the other value. Recurrence menu opens. So we just want to flip the value. What is that? What is that icon? Is that like a dummy icon for, because we didn't pick the upload. And we also need to center vertically. So vertical alignment, center. There we go. And what is the spacing? 16 pixels. So we got the picker trigger. Let me also get the modifier. And use the... Actually, no. This is okay. I'm going to do modifier equals modifier. Pretty sure Draw will have a preview. I'll double check to make sure it's the right icon. Okay, yeah. So with this, should be the first optional. There we go. But it's an optional, so we don't actually want this. No? Elvis. In this case, let's keep it like this. And now the order. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. So we don't actually need to do this now. We do. But everything else is okay. So picker trigger, here's the label. Here's the on click. Let me clean this up. You mean just like don't make it optional? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so the label was actually the cause of the issue. Nice. So I'm gonna put this into its own line. It's not really a big of a Moderators should never be null. Yeah. So modifier. I think I did this right. I don't need this now. We don't need the Elvis. So modifier padding, and I'm gonna do a start padding of 16 pixels. Now when we see this, it should look a lot more than our, a lot more like our design. Some issues were found while trying to render. Let's build it again and refresh it. Again? Not a chance. Only vector drawables and rasterized assets are supported. No way. Okay. Let's Google that. Only vectorized. Oh, was the only vectorized resources? No. Vector drawables. And rasterized asset types are supported. Yeah. All right, so let's see what's up with this. There's no problem passing drawable resources to painter resource. Run it in the emulator, build it and run it. Okay, build it and run. All right, so let's just build it and run it then. Maybe that'll fix it. Not sure. And we'll just like, oh, a crash. Nice. Let's see what it was. It is actually, yeah. Okay, so we have an issue with the way that we're displaying this icon. Show icon from drawables. Resources. I'm not sure how to load. It was purple. That means we already got their painter resource. We actually do that. Painter resource. Oh, an image. An image instead of an icon. Okay. Let's reload, rebuild and refresh. Again? No way. Image. And we still got that issue. Yeah. What is going on? Incorrectly imported the SVG. Let's see. Here's the SVG. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Because it's like literally just like a copy paste of the SVG. But we need actually this. Good call. So I'm gonna copy this thing. Unfold more. I'm gonna paste it here. There's a path. All right, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna delete this. But that means I need to export this as an SVG. So I'm just gonna. I know you can see it. Here. Let me. Just like exporting this as an SVG. I don't know. I'll just drop it in the downloads. Yeah. And this is gonna be unfold more. Okay. And let's actually create a new vector asset. Let's actually go to the downloads, unfold more, 7 by 12. That's correct, I think. Yeah, 7 by 12. Auto mirroring for RTL, we don't actually need that. It's pretty much the same. Yeah. I see unfold. Okay. I actually haven't added the but I see, but I see what you mean. We got these two right here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, we got this. Now, this should do, we should do IC unfold more. And let's give it a go. In this case, we should see, again, come on, no way. IC just means icon. Yeah, since you'll only ever use it as an icon, it makes sense. Yeah, yeah, totally. Now I even remember that, you know, it's an old convention. Only vector drawables. No. Should it be like an icon now, so that we use an icon instead of the image? Why are we having problems with this? This is not the first time that I'm actually using. Let's see. Where do we have images, icons? Yeah, settings. Why are we having issues with this? Has arrow. Has arrow. Icon, and then we use this. So that's cool then. Painter resource. All right, I can see it. I can see it. Okay. Okay, it just needed a little shake. All right, we got it. Let's go back to the expenses screen. Restart the preview. We should see it the way it is in Figma. And that's correct. We got it. Okay. Moving on to this piece right here, but we should remember that, you know, we need to leave 32 pixels of room. Thinking of making my own Android series. Yeah, you should do that. I don't think there's like enough content on Jetpack Compose. And it's like, it's our thing. We gotta provide that content. I'm curious to see if the trigger actually works. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, of course, because I didn't. Damn it. All right. On click equals on click. Of course. Now it should work. Boom. Wow. This is actually pretty good. Yo, this is better than I actually expected. But there's one issue. We don't actually need the none here. We have to have at least one occurrence. Today, this week. Nice. There's a layout shift going on. Like if I click this month, you see how it moves. Manuel, nice new follower here. Curious, what version of Kotlin are you using? I'm not sure if it's the latest. Let's see. How can we check that? Is there like a project settings? Honestly, I didn't even think about that. 1.8. I saw something here. Yeah, the JVM target is set to 1.8. The compatibility is set to 1.8. Yeah, I guess it's 1.8. Yeah. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. Top level Gradle. You mean this one? No, probably not this one. Where is it? Where do you... Tools configure Kotlin info. Okay. Configure Kotlin in project. One seven, right? 1.7. All right, so we got 1.7, but this is the Okay, this is the Java compatibility, right? Yeah. Cool. And thanks for the tip. Okay. Where are we? The click works. The what we needed to do. Oh yeah, I was speaking about this layout shift that I don't really like that it happens. You see where the total for is about here, and when we change is to when we change to a bigger label, then it goes on to the it gets pushed to the left because we're centering everything and we're changing the width. First thing I want to change though is the size of this text. I think it's like way too big. So our text title medium, I'm just gonna go with small and see if it looks better. Yeah, I think it looks better. But how do we fix this? One thing that we can do is set the wait, I'm not sure if let me open the simulator so I can check on the other projects like the Flutter version or the Swift UI version, whatever's here installed. Let's check this one. Okay, so this is the React Native one. I can. All right, there's a. Okay, there is. This is the Swift UI version, so there is the layout shift. It was just like it's not that obvious though. Okay, and what about this? Yeah. You know what? We'll just leave it. Yeah, let's just leave it. I know it's annoying because it's it's like changing the position of the label. But yeah, if this was like a super important app, then I would raise an issue with this and probably like figure out a different way and communicate with the design team. So, they provide a different suggestion, because if we center it here and this element changes the width, there's your definition of layout shift. We'll just keep it for now. Okay. There's a drop down menu. Now we should proceed with this. Okay, so this is a row with 4 pixels of spacing. So here's this one. Create a new one here. Modifier, I'll add the padding to the top, which was like 32. Actually vertical. Let's do vertical equals 32 density pixels. So coming from the web world, when we're setting margins, we usually it's like a good idea to set the margins in a predefined direction, right? So if we're talking about a vertical margin, we're always going to use margin bottom or margin top, whatever it makes sense. In this case, if we were to respect that, it should not be vertical, but it should be top, and then we'll have the list, and then we'll add another top. I'm not sure if that's true in Android though. So let me know if that's like a good practice to always have the same direction when applying the the spacing between elements. Okay, we got the row here. We are happy with this. We have 2 texts. One of them is just a $sign. Not that one, this one. But it's a specific color and body. Okay, so I'm going to do style equals typography. Body medium probably 17. Oh. Type.kt body medium 17. Okay, that's good. We have the color. The color is label color secondary. Sorry, color, not color. Label secondary. Okay, we already have it. Color equals label secondary, import it. And we have like 4 pixels. So modifier equals modifier padding and equals 4 density pixels. Cool. Okay, let's also add the sum total. So I'm just gonna like copy the text and just place it here just so we can see, you know, and how it looks like. But this is a large title. So style equals typography, title large. And that's about it, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Is the preview any good these days, or still best to just deploy straight to the emulator? I don't know. We're using it here. So I think it's decent. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely decent. Yeah, you should use it if you can. Like sometimes it doesn't work. Let's see. Picker trigger. So my app has only dark modes. But in this case, even though I have like the UI mode set to yes, it's still rendering this in light mode. Okay, so we'll just like have to visualize or like run it. Yeah, run it with our on our emulator to actually see it in dark mode. So there are cases where, you know, you need to do some compromises, but other than that, it's pretty cool. Last time I used it a year ago, it will just crash every few minutes. Yeah, it's okay now. I think it's much more stable. I haven't used it a year ago, but I think it's way more stable. Okay, so what we also need to fix is the top margin for this $sign. I'm gonna try to add it as like a 4 dp, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be the right one, because I have some, yeah, that looks right to me, because I have some alignment stuff going on here. Actually, I don't. You see that? And that's not good. So let me see. I'm gonna drop a guide here. 3. See that? So it's not really just. Plus, it's a different font from the design in this one, but let's keep it like this. Okay. Just gonna bring it back to 4. All right. So this looks good. This looks okay-ish, right? Next, what we want to do is, of course, we're going to hook this up with the view model. So we got the recurrence. Let's also add the sum total. And that's going to be like a double, actually. It's going to be a double. 0.0. Is there like a float? Should I use a float or a double? This one is the 32-bit single precision. Okay, let's just use float for this one. So we got the sum total, right? And whenever we are going to change the list of expenses, we're going to recalculate the sum total automatically. And for now, I'll just set it to this value right here. And I'm going to do state dot sum total. Of course, yeah, it is a float, so we need to wrap it in a string. Come on, man, let's go. There we go. So we got the row here, and the next thing that we want to work on is the actual expenses lists. Okay, so this is going to be 2 components. We got the whole list, actually more components. We got the whole list. We have the day section that has a header. It has like a dividers, and then inside we have a list of expense rows. So 3 components. Let's go. So I'm gonna create, probably gonna create a new package. Yeah, let's put them into a new package. So this is going to be named expenses list. Okay, and inside we're gonna create a new Kotlin file, expenses lists. Cool. It's gonna be a composable. We don't have a model for our expenses, so let's actually create that. Expense, that should be like a data class. Yeah, data class. We're gonna use these parentheses, and when we're talking about expenses, we want to have an amount which is going to be a double. I think we were using a double. Let's go to the add view model. Okay, it's a string, but we can, okay, we're gonna use a float. Let me know if I'm making a mistake by using a float instead of a double. I'm not aware of like the pros and cons of both of them. So yeah, let me know if we should be using a double instead of a float. But aside from the amount, we wanna do a date, local date. We wanna keep the nodes. It's more modern. It's modern. Okay, let's use a double instead. I trust you. And I wanna then change this into a double as well. Okay. Rarely see floats used anywhere. Yeah. The F thingy is I don't know. I don't like it. Like adding a number and then F. But yeah, double makes more sense. So we got the amount, we got the date, we got the nodes, we have the category. We have, let me just open the, there you go, amount, recurrence. Date, node, singular, and category. Cool. Now we have our data model. We are going to, we're going to create, I guess, a dummy data. What's up with this? Should not start with an uppercase letter. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to rename this package name the lowercase letter. Okay, so we are going to return. We're going to accept a list of expenses. We need to group them by day, so we can generate all of these day groups. Yeah, I know it's a 64-bit number, yeah. But I was like, you know, should we do floats? Because I don't know, it's less memory. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, like we were learning this back in university, but we focused on more of a lower level. The course name was called Computer Architectures. So yeah, we were talking about decimal numbers, but represented in computers, they can be like with a single precision or a double precision. Computer architecture, it was hard. That course was like super hard, honestly. Yeah, and like trying to write scripts, not scripts, but you know, instructions in MIPS. That was crazy. We did MIPS, by the way. Yeah. Ooh, it was tough, but I survived it. Actually, like it was in first year. But because it was so dear to me, I was dragging it and actually, actually finished the course in my last year of studies, just before I get the diploma. So new grad. Oh, that's cool. I didn't graduate too long ago. I think it was like 2018. So it was like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. But yeah, computer architecture, man. That is a course. It's gonna put you on a whole new, I don't know. It's gonna test you out basically. It's gonna test your limits. All right, so man, mock data. Okay. I hate when I need to provide mock data. In JavaScript, we have this interesting package called Faker.js. Favorite class, either Android or functional. Least favorite was architecture. Yeah. There were classes like that I didn't actually like. For example, the e-government was one of them. I don't even remember what we studied in e-government, but basically, yeah, how to run a, not how to run a government, of course, but like how to how do computer systems work in governments or something like that. I don't know. I was not into it. Definitely not into it, but I had to pass it, so. By the way, yeah, there's this package in JavaScript called Faker.js. I'm not sure if we have that in Kotlin. Faker.js for Kotlin. Let's see if there is. Kotlin Faker. No way. Wow, look at their logo. That's wild. That is so wild. Cool. All right, you know what? Let's actually use this. Let's actually use this because I'm pretty tired of, doing these mock data stuff in code. This looks like Adidas. Cbus Adidas. All right, how do we install this? Test implementation? What's the difference between the ordinary implementation and the test implementation? Does this mean that we can only use this in the test package? Or we can use this, even though it's like a test implementation, we still can use it in our own packages. This looks like a test package. So we should just change it to implementation if that's doable here in Kotlin. I'm just gonna grab this and figure out the latest version as well. Faker version. Okay, it's not here. Let's go to the GitHub. 113. All right, sync. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is create a new Faker instance. Create a new array of like, I don't know, 10. And just generate a bunch of fake data. So right here, I'm going to create a new package called mock, and inside we're going to create a new Kotlin mock expenses. Okay, and we're going to create a Faker instance, import it. We're gonna create an array. It's going to be of type list of expenses. And now I want to loop 10 times and just like create a bunch of fake expenses. Let's see, Kotlin loop n times. Repeats. Yeah, so repeat, I don't know, let's do 30. Top level. Expected a top level. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. But I didn't want to actually do this. I wanted to achieve something like this. But I believe I can't use these type of things. This has to be like in a function. So can I do that? Where can I do that? All right. Populate expenses. Now we can repeat. Yeah, and then just call populate expenses here. No. Because I want this to be automatically called, like a immediately invoked function. Immediately invoked function call. Of course, yeah, this is JavaScript. That's why I know it from, but Kotlin. Repository interface. Can we actually achieve something like that? No. Even this invocation cannot be put here. What do we do with the repository interface? Oh, you mean like, okay, I got you. Wait a minute. Can we do repeat like so? No. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, but we like, we only need this once, you know. Damn. This is not fun. There's no immediate invoked function expressions in Kotlin. Anonymous functions, but they're usually arguments. Invoke is an operator in Kotlin. Populate expenses. We can trigger this, you know, that's the thing. We can't trigger this. We can do the repeat and all these things, but then do like, I don't know, mock expenses dot push add. What was the? Wait, can't we like push? No, no way. Mutable list, damn it. Why do I always forget? There we go. Add, beautiful. All right. We don't need an index, I guess. Yeah, we can just go create an expense real quick. So we should have an ID as well. We're just gonna keep it at integer. ID is the index. Then we have the amount faker dot. There's a category for Australia. That's interesting. Beer. Numbers. We need numbers. ID number. Let's see. Random numbers. Like, give me a random random service. Okay. Random. Okay, there we go. Next double. Yeah. There's the amounts, dates, faker, random, next date, or like date. What is this? Date, local date. Let's see. Person. Or we can do like a minus and then like get a random value, I guess. Random provider. So that's just like the provider. Random string, subset value. We're gonna use the random value for the like min and max for next int could generate it like that. Yeah, I was thinking about. So like local date now minus temporal. Yeah, let's just use this. So minus the amount to subtract is a long number. So we'll do faker random next long. And then we have temporal units. Let me actually see what the temporal unit is. Temporal unit. Okay. Okay. Temporal unit. Kotlin temporal units. I guess it's like a day or a minute or an hour, you know. Yeah, unit of day. Okay, so how do we actually create a new Kotlin subtract temporal unit? Kotlin date subtract temporal units. This is in Java. I don't know, maybe it's like pretty much the same. chrono unit days. See, yeah, they have like, there's this thingy in, I don't know, chrono unit days. Oh, it actually works. All right, all right. So yeah, we're gonna do something like that. Next long, we are going to use, instead of days, I'm gonna add seconds. Can we add seconds? Hours, millennia, minutes, seconds. And we're gonna generate, next long. Wait, the next long doesn't actually, the next int has a min and max. And then we need to convert the integer to a long. Okay. Of course. So min would be like at least 5 minutes. So that's like 300. And the max is going to be like, I don't know, 4 days in seconds. 300, 345, 600, or 345, 600. All right, there we go. But now we need to convert int to long. Too long. Cool. All right, so we got a random date. That's all right. That's cool. Recurrence, we are going to do faker random next value. Random value, list off, and we're just gonna add all of the recurrences. So none, then we'll add daily, monthly, weekly, and also yearly. All right, there's the recurrence. Recurrence is done. Category and nodes. Let's do the category, the node first. So random, faker random. Let's see. Now we can use these interesting stuff. Australia, animals, locations, states. Yeah, let's use the animals. Australian animals for nodes. And category, yeah. If we had, we could have like mock categories, but let's just use faker random value. Illegal Australian animal dealer. All right, let's see. Category. I think we all we need to do is add like a name and color. God damn it. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go to the categories screen, and probably we have some mock data here. Categories. Okay, cool. We need this. So I'm just gonna grab these and just like paste them. There we go. And now we are creating 30 random expenses on a random time, random amounts. Is there like a min and max? So I wanted to, you know, I want to have like at least $1.50. No, damn it. Okay. Can we use next int? At least like $1.50, and like max would be like, I don't know, something reasonable. I don't know, like $9.99. Probably nothing bigger than The reason I mentioned using repository for this was to make it expandable for other methods of getting expenses in the future. Yeah, but I thought because we're going to implement the room database to like just have this for the time being, but then like scrape it afterwards and call the function. Yeah, maybe we should do that, honestly. Maybe we should do that because it'll make it easier then. Yeah, so basically like or like try to set up the database and have like a seed function that seeds the database, the local database with this dummy data. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Can we do like a 2 double? I guess I need to wrap all of this. Oh, wait a minute. Of course, yeah. This should be 1. And then we can do it 2 double. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's read room database. Let's see how we can start using room, and then we'll see a bunch of in implementations. So we got the room database, and here's the rest of our app. The room database uses the getDAO, which is that data access object. The data access objects get entities from the DB and persist changes back to the DB. So this is like our functional, it's like our view model pretty much, but just for the entities. And the entity itself gets set field values. Okay. The DAO reminds me of the decentralized authority or organization, something like that. The DAO, you know, blockchain. All right, so we have a data class, we already do, and we can define we can convert our data classes basically into entities. So we got these, that's cool. Then we have a DAO, which implements the functionalities, get all of the users or expenses, load by IDs, find by name, yada yada yada. All right, cool. And then in order to use the DAO, you need to create your app database, which inherits from the room database. It is cool, yeah. Inherits from the room database. You register all your entities here, and then you create an abstract function called user DAO, which is your DAO that you already created previously. All right, cool. And then we have the DB database builder. You pass the context. We'll do this into our main activity probably. Name it, build it, and we have the DB here. DB.userDAO, all these things. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we can probably get started with this immediately. Yeah, let's actually do that. So I'm gonna grab this part right here and add that to our app. What microphone? Shure SM7B. You can check out my whole gear here. See if that gets, yeah, I got the Shure SM7B, the Fathead to boost it up because it's like super quiet, and I got the Rodecaster Pro to actually hook up everything. There it is, hook up everything And now you can hear me. But yeah, that's pretty much my gear. All right, so we got these working. Let's synchronize. The rest of the... Oh, wait a minute. I see something red. Line 69. Room version. 250. What's wrong with that? Could not find method capped for arguments. And this is Groovy. We're not using Kotlin. All right. I'm super sure that we should not be using this. So if I remember correctly, yeah, we're using Groovy here. But now it doesn't want to work. What if I just like replace room version with 250? I don't know. I know it's like super not optimal, but no, it's a different thing. It's the first, it's the KAPT capped, which is Kotlin K apt. I don't know what it is. Kotlin capped. What is that? Kotlin capped. So it's either this or this. Cool. I'll just remove this because this is like in maintenance mode. It's for code generations. Okay, cool. It makes sense though. So now let's use the KSP and let's just like add the KSP because this is like more supported. Add KSP. Add. Come on. How do I install? Quick starts. Yeah. JVM 180. I think we use the 180. Let's see. Let's check this out. Apply false. All right, wait, I don't even have this. Yeah, it turns out it is pretty... It's like the recommended way, because capped gets like, it's only maintenance mode. There's not gonna be, working on capped anymore. So just please use the KSP thingy, which is cool. All right, so we added the JetBrains JVM here. And then we have the build scripts dependencies class path. Let's add that one as well. Sync up. Add a module for hosting the processor. In the module build scripts, add the KSP dependencies. Okay, we do have a module. This is the module. So in the module build scripts, apply Kotlin plugin and add the KSP API to the dependencies block. So I also need to add this into the plugins. This repositories, but we should not be adding the repositories here. Maven Central. All right, I don't know. I guess I'll add it. Maybe it should be here. Then we have the dependencies, and we need to add the KSP here. You'll need to implement symbol. Oh man. I think like we're digging in way deeper than we should be. Yeah. There should be. Let's see. Man, this is complex. I'm reverting the changes. This. Okay. This is like the only. That is not cool. Jetpack compose setup room database. Okay, let's check out a post from Mansi. Add these dependencies in your build Gradle. And this uses the KAPT. Did I like set up the project in a wrong way? All right, there we go. So I should probably just add the KAPT. It is like probably like not com Android application. Okay, we got this. All right, KAPT, and that's it. Just like save it here, dependencies. Then we have all of these things, which is pretty much here. It's added 3 implementation, 1 annotation processor, and KAPT. Yes. What's up with this? Plugin ID Kotlin capt was not found in any of the following sources. Well, we added, okay. There's a friction. So this is a friction. We're trying to figure out how to install Room, but there are not enough guides for this. Here, if you want to create content, you should create content on this. So as you can see, everyone is avoiding that part of the process. What is this? Everyone's avoiding that part when you actually need to correct error types, dependencies. Wait, should I add? Wait a minute. Should I add these in the top level? Is that what I should be doing? Is that what I should be doing? No. What's up with that? I guess a lot of things have changed in the room database stuff. All right, I don't know. Let's try the KSP thingy. Kotlin symbol processing, KSP. Okay, developed by Google. To do so, first I had to import the library into my class path. Build script repositories. You have a class path here. Build script repositories. And we add the class path here. Let's check the version. 170.106. There's like 180.109. I don't know. Let's use the latest, I guess. And then in the modules build Gradle, we should remove the old kapt plugin, and we should add the new KSP plugin. So I'm gonna remove all this, and definitely these things as well, but I just want to grab this, and we'll move over to this build Gradle. Could not find method class path. Build script repositories class path. How much, like how often do these things change? Has it been changed? I mean, this is like barely half a year ago. Kotlin 170. What is going on? Dependencies are here. All right, we got the plugins, right? We should add this plugin, the KSP plugin. Should I build it? Should I? Hilt works for persistent. I don't know. I haven't tried Hilt just yet. But I'm trying to fight with this, and it doesn't look like it's actually working. Could not find method class path. Oh man, this is tiring. Maybe there should be like a different repository as well. Sweet Lord Jesus. The following libraries are using capt, Moshi, Hilt, and Room. Well, this is an old one because... No, it's not an old one, because Room actually uses KSP, if I read correctly. If you want to use Kotlin symbol processing. Okay, but you add... Basically, you add this. We didn't add that, or we did add that. DevTools KSP, yeah. Gradle plugin. 180.109. Plugins and dependencies. Finance. Okay, let's check out this. Let's check this out. Top level build Gradle. Extension probably. Plugins. Apply plugin. there's nothing KST related. Okay, so in that case, let's enter the app module and check out the other build Gradle. So we got the KSP there instead as a plugin. Not here. Plugin, there we go. Version. I'm just gonna grab this. Is that the... no? Man, this is so uncool. Yeah, I'm gonna need to read more about this. Because it looks like there's a lot of different ways to achieve this, but like none of them work, so... I'm gonna have to spend some time reading the like how to properly set up Room into your Android projects, because it's definitely not just this. Because in order to use the KSP, the Kotlin symbol processing, then you need to set up your whole projects, apparently, to support KSP. Add build dependent, all right. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this off the camera. I'm gonna do this off camera because I don't wanna spend like waste your time on this. I wanna figure it out and then we can continue tomorrow. And I believe we're like at the end of the time. I'm getting tired as well. But yeah, I really was hoping that I would get to implement these, you know, the expense rows. But like we carried away with the faker stuff and with the DB and the repository because we couldn't figure out how to add fake data into our Kotlin app. But nevertheless, I think it's still pretty cool. I'm not gonna push this because it doesn't work. When I actually figure it out, or we figure it out tomorrow, I'm not even sure I'm gonna have the time. Nevertheless, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna push this for the time being. Yeah, let's just like continue tomorrow. If I have time, I'll do some reading on Room or what KSP is. Manuel, no worries, thanks for teaching us. Of course, yeah. I'm teaching myself while teaching you, so we're all just like learning together. But yeah. It's a bit more complicated than I thought. Yeah, there's also, I guess there's also room, pun intended, there's also room for improvements in terms of like DX and stuff, because this requires you to have a lot of, you know, knowledge around, I don't know, symbol processing or whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I had an amazing time. We did some progress on the expenses screen. We're gonna continue tomorrow and Thursday as well. So yeah, take care. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.